Well, g'day trendsetters, Phat Cruiser here, your friendly Illawarra motor vlogger. How are we going today, guys? Today I'm just here in beautiful Kiama to do a very quick install of my Omni Cruise throttle lock. Let's have a look. The Omni Cruise Universal Cruise Control. It's made in the US and it's a product that's been on the market for quite some time actually, and they tout it as being probably one of the original and best cruise control products that is available. And so basically in the packet, this is all you get: a couple of rubber rings and the actual cruise control unit itself. So I've had a look through this and read all the instructions, so I'm going to put that away for now. And we'll get this on to the throttles now. It's very, very simple. And what we'll do is we'll take it for a ride a bit later on. So this little one is, no matter how much I stretch it, isn't really going to fit too well over my large cruiser throttle control lever there. So I'm going to just put that one back in there. And we're just going to go with the large one. Now you'll see in there is a little word printed. It says inside, so obviously that needs to stay inside. And basically it's just a matter of pulling this rubber band over your throttle and fitting it on there. And then you grab this, loosen up the screw, slide that on over that rubber band, just like so. Just make sure I've got it right in the middle of that rubber band, and then you just do that screw up again. You don't have to over tighten it or anything like that, just finger tight, and there's no tools required to install this at all. And basically what the idea is when you've got your throttle up, you use your thumb or your index finger to push it down against the brake lever, and that basically locks the throttle in place. And then if you need to come off the throttle, you just force it down and it throttles off. So I'm going to take this for a spin out on the highway and just see how it goes. Obviously, it's not the best thing to use in heavy traffic situations, or when you've got to stop and start quite frequently. So it is a product designed for highway situations. So let's get on the bike, we'll get out on the highway and we'll give it a go. Alright guys, so obviously I'm back on the bike and we're heading out of Kiama now. I have to go through the town centre first, and you can see there I've got my throttle lock installed onto the throttle. So let's get out on the highway and see how it works. Alright, let's get out on the highway, shall we? Alright, so we're just into 100 zone now on the highway. Oh, nice car. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we are out on the highway now. I'm now in a 100 speed limit zone, in which I'm only allowed to go 90, obviously. So I'll bring it up to 90, which it is now, and then I'm just going to turn that throttle lock. And as you can see, so I haven't turned it enough because we're losing a bit of speed, but as you can see, that's now locked that throttle in a position that is able to maintain that amount of throttle, which is pretty good. And on the flat here where we are, that's really maintaining 90 kilometer speed limit. Let me get out of this lane. So as you can see, my hand is off the throttle, and the throttle lock is maintaining the, well, trying to maintain the speed. Obviously we've dropped down a few Ks because we're going up an incline, but if I was to increase the throttle and then push it up against the brake lever again, you can see it's going back up to 90, and it's maintaining the speed that I would get out of the incline and that amount of throttle, which is pretty cool. So obviously, you know, it's not a cruise control per se. In the true sense of the word, you might be used to a car's cruise control, which will actually maintain a specific speed. This won't do that at all. What this does is a very simple and effective method of keeping the throttle locked at a particular position, and it will maintain the speed as long as you're on the same incline, and you know, your elevation or your incline isn't changed. You're not going up or down hills, basically. So you'll see now I've increased it up a bit, and I'm about to go down a hill now. So my speed will increase because it is still maintaining that amount of throttle. The bike is still trying to drive that fast, so I have to ease off now. And as you can see, easing off the throttle is just a simple matter of forcing the throttle forward to ease it off. But now it's not set, so if I want to go faster again, I do have to pull the throttle back. So as I come up on this flat area now, I'll get it back to about 90 Ks, and I'll push that throttle lock up against the brake lever, as you can see. A little bit more because I'm losing a bit of speed. Let's get that speed back up. And now I'll push it up against. And as you can see, hand is off the throttle. G'day, mate. And the throttle lock is keeping that speed nice and steady as I'm on the flat. So all in all, I think this Omni Cruise cruise control will come in very handy for long highway journeys, particularly when you're on the flat. Obviously, if you're going up and down hills, you know, you're going to have to do a bit of control yourself, but it's going to come in very handy, keeping things nice and easy on the wrists on those long highway journeys. So guys, Omni Cruise, I do recommend it. I think it's going to be a great product for me on my impending Tassie trip. There's a link to it down in the description. It cost me about 50 or 60 bucks. So take a look at it. It's not just for cruisers, works perfectly on sports bikes too, adventure bikes, anything. You know, as you saw before, it's just a matter of putting that rubber band over the throttle and then attaching the throttle lock itself. So guys, if you like this video, you know what to do. Give it a nice big thumbs up, share it around your social media, and if you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button to be notified of more of my content. So that's it from me guys for today. I've been Phat Cruiser, you've been bloody awesome, ride safe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.